Greetings to all of you, wherever you're listening from. I am Commander Bimal Raj, a TEDx speaker, internationally certified trainer and coach, mindset mentor, and a teen and parents coach. In this podcast, The Awkward Talks, I bring you topics that are usually considered taboo or are not discussed freely but are some of the most pivotal things that we should be talking about. Do you know what Albert Einstein, Mozart, Nikola Tesla, Sir Isaac Newton, Charles Darwin, Marie Curie, Michelangelo, Pablo Picasso, Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, Bill Gates, Sir Anthony Hopkins, Greta Thunberg, and Srinivasa Ramanujan have in common with each other? They were all autistic. Now, autism isn't just a word. It represents a world full of incredible individuals with extraordinary stories, talents, and perspectives. It's a journey of discovery, acceptance, and endless possibilities. Our podcast, Awkward Talks, believes in talking about and celebrating uniqueness, embracing diversity, and spreading positivity. In this episode, I will be talking about a very important but highly misunderstood topic, autism. Whether you're a parent, a friend, an educator, or just someone curious about the world of autism, this podcast is for you. I'm not an expert in this field, but I think it's an important topic to be discussed. The intent of this episode is to help create awareness about autism, clear some myths, and hopefully make at least some of my listeners become more accepting and open-minded. Now, if you want me to bring an expert on board, mention it in the comment section, okay? Now, when we talk about autism, we often hear the phrase, I have autism. However, when and if it is changed to I am autistic, it can make a huge difference to those in the spectrum. Now, before getting into that, let us understand a little more about this misunderstood condition called autism. So, what exactly is autism? Autism is a neurodivergent condition that affects the way a person thinks, interacts with others, and experiences the world around them. What is more important for you to understand is that autism is a spectrum, which means it can look different from one person to another. Neurodiversity is a concept that recognizes and celebrates the diversity of human brains and minds. Just as we have different hair colors, eye colors, personalities, we also have different ways of thinking and experiencing the world. What is meant by a spectrum in autism? Let me put it this way. Imagine a rainbow with many different colors. Now, each of those colors represent a unique way of being autistic. For example, some of them may have a lot of difficulty with things like communication and sensory sensitivities. Some others may excel in certain areas like maths, arts, or music. Now let us explore some common characteristics of autism. These traits can vary from person to person depending on where they are in the spectrum. What is important is to understand that every autistic person is an individual with their own unique strengths and challenges, and just like everyone else, they deserve respect, understanding, and acceptance. Remember that being different is not a limitation but a gift. When we do that, we create a more inclusive and accepting society where everyone's contributions are valued. Now let me share some unique characteristics of people with autism. First, attention to detail and their own unique perspectives. Autistic individuals may see the world in a way that is different from most people. Many of them have an exceptional attention to detail, and this can be an asset in various professions and hobbies like science, maths, art, music, and even technology. Next, strong memory and creativity. Some people with autism have an impressive memory, particularly for specific topics of interest. They often exhibit creativity and unique ways of thinking. This creativity can lead to innovative solutions in problem solving and even in arts. Next, determination and perseverance. Autism can bring a strong sense of determination and perseverance. This allows them to overcome challenges and achieve their goals. Next, empathy and sensitivity. There is a common misconception that individuals with autism lack empathy. The truth is that many actually have deep empathy and sensitivity, and they feel deeply for other people's experiences and emotions. Next, honesty and integrity. Many people with autism are known for their honesty and straightforwardness. They tend to have a strong sense of right and wrong, and many of them grow up to become advocates of causes they truly believe in.
Now, this is not a medical podcast, so I will not go into the medical details of autism. What I would like to share is what you need to remember when interacting with these gifted individuals. First and foremost, be patient and empathetic. Autism often comes with sensory sensitivities and challenges in communication. Give them the space and time they need to express themselves comfortably. Next, sensory sensitivities. Some autistic people are very sensitive to things like bright lights, loud sounds, or certain textures. This can be overwhelming at times. Next, repetitive behaviors. Now, many of us have certain repetitive behaviors like biting nails, pacing up and down, etc. at times when we are tense. Now, when it comes to autistic people, they may have similar actions in normal situations also. They may also get fixated about one thing like a particular movie or song, and they may insist on watching or listening to it repetitively. Next, communication styles. Autistic individuals may have their own way of communicating. They are not cued into other people's body language, tone, volume, or facial expressions. They generally are averse to small talk. They prefer object-based conversations like about their favorite book or toy of any other area of interest. They are not good at social conversations like how are you or tell me more about yourself, etc. Keep your communication as simple as possible. They don't understand verbal cues, as I mentioned, and they don't even understand sarcasm. So if you want to share something with them, speak directly about it because they take everything you say literally. Don't jump from one topic to another. Stay on the same topic and try and explore in depth. Next, social interactions. They prefer to initiate social interactions on their own terms. When someone else initiates it, they may find it overwhelming because they consider it like an intrusion into their space. They also prefer to have a small circle of close and trusted people. With them, they can develop deep and meaningful conversations. Next, respect their boundaries. Some autistic individuals may have personal space preferences or specific routines that help them feel comfortable. Respecting these boundaries is crucial for building trust. Now let me talk about India. In India, about 18 million people are diagnosed with autism according to a report by ET Health World. About 1 to 1.5% of kids between the age 2 to 9 have autism. However, it is also important to understand that adults also can have autism. Some of the famous personalities that I mentioned in the beginning were also diagnosed with autism at ages beyond 30, 40 and even 50. In fact, autism is more common than we know. It is the third most common developmental disorder. Unfortunately, in India, traditionally there has been a stigma attached to any kind of disability. There was shame, embarrassment, or even concerns about inadequate parenting. In the earlier days, the unusual behavior shown by those in the spectrum made it worse. Since there was ignorance about what affected these children, parents tried to hide their strange children, and it created lesser awareness about their existence. It isolated families and created a cycle of ignorance and superstition. Now coming back to the topic, I'm autistic, I don't have autism. It looks like a simple change in the sentence, but there's a world of difference between the two. When someone says I'm autistic, it emphasizes their identity rather than a condition. It's about celebrating who they are rather than focusing on what they have. In India, our identity is deeply connected to our culture and heritage. When they say I'm autistic, they're acknowledging their unique place in society. It's about embracing our differences and breaking down stigmas and promoting acceptance. Many parents have expressed that when their child says I'm autistic, it helps them connect on a deeper level. They realize that autism is an integral part of their child's identity. This understanding leads to more effective support and communication within the family. To sum up, what I want to share is that saying I'm autistic is a powerful act of self-acceptance and a celebration of diversity. It promotes inclusion, understanding, and a more accepting society. Despite how you choose to accept it, please remember that autism and neurodiversity in general is not a problem to be fixed. It's a part of the rich tapestry of humanity. Autism is one of the many ways a human brain works. Just look at the examples that I gave at the start of this episode. You know how gifted and talented these people were or are. Remember that every autistic person you meet is no different and could be another name to cherish in the future. Now, if you like this episode, do give it a good rating. Do click on the follow button to make sure that you don't miss any of our episodes. This is Commander Bimal Raj, and I will be back with another episode very soon.